Hi guys, and welcome back. Let's talk. I'm going to try to not cry. Probably not going to be successful. I'm already starting to cry. Those who follow me on Instagram have probably already seen, but unfortunately, Trixie has lost her battle, and I had to put her down on March 21st, Wednesday. So the Friday before that, actually, she was having some really difficult breathing problems, and I decided to take her to the vet, and we found out that she had heart murmurs. So on top of her trachea issue, on top of the HCM, she also had heart murmurs. Well, normally they can give you a medicine to counteract that and help with the issues associated with it for a dog. However, because of her HCM diagnosis, she cannot take the medication for the heart murmurs. So basically, there was just no way to help her. And she was suffering really bad. And so we talked to our vet and decided that it was best to put her down. And I had wanted to I had decided that it was best to put her down on a day that I didn't work so I could spend the entire day with her. And she wasn't doing too bad at that point on that Friday. I mean, she was bad, but she wasn't immediately needed to be, it didn't need to be dealt with at that point. And the vet was like, okay, whatever. And so we scheduled her to be put down the next Friday. We had a plan, and I was just going to do everything that she loved to do the week that we had together. Unfortunately, she didn't make it that week. She didn't make it the week. Come about Tuesday, we had been going to the park. She wasn't walking to the park because she was so lethargic. She could barely actually walk around the building, my building, which is a very small apartment villa. And so I would carry her every day to the park near my house, and I basically was spoiling her, spending all the time I could with her. Well, Tuesday, the 23rd, I get home and I actually was doing some work for my job. Obviously, I still have a job. I work from home, but I do have a job. Uh, so I was doing some video lessons that I had to do for the week or for the next week. And grading some stuff. And she just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And she was having a lot of problems with breathing. And so after having, I think, the third attack, in a span of like 6 hours, I decided to take her to my vet. And essentially her heart murmur had gotten so bad that it was impossible for her to sleep, because when she would sleep, her heart would basically stop. She would have like one beat and then a huge long pause. So she couldn't sleep, because then she couldn't be alive, basically. And God. So that was there. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. The vet that was at the clinic wasn't my vet. And I'm not a huge fan of this guy. So I decided to schedule to have her put down when my vet arrived at 2 p.m. that afternoon. So basically 12 hours later. Which is 2 days earlier than I thought I was going to. So, I mean, but luckily, even though it was 2 days earlier, I at least knew. So that day, we did her favorite things. I'll show you guys some pictures right now. As you can see, we got McDonald's. Well, she got McDonald's. I got her a plain hamburger and french fries, which was, oddly enough, the first people food she ever had. She stole them from me when I had her, when I first got her, when she was like 3 years old. I didn't want to give her people food when I first got her, and so I wasn't. But she snuck them from me, and it was the cutest thing ever. And it created a monster, because those were, McDonald's french fries were her absolute favorite thing in the world, and we didn't get them very often. So I was happy that I gave her that, right? Like, it's her favorite meal. Well, actually, I never had actually given her a meal to herself. I always just shared. I would always just give her part of what I was eating, which isn't great, but when you eat it like twice a year, it's not a super big deal. So we did that, and then we went to the park, and we people watched, and cuddled, and And then I put my baby girl down. We had 12, almost 13 years together. She was 15, maybe 16. I adopted her, so we don't quite know her age, but she was definitely older, and she definitely had a very long life, and a very good one. I mean, I brought her from America to Korea, and she traveled all over Korea and America, actually. We've been quite a few places together in America. So, I mean, I like to think that I gave her a great life, right? Even though I'm sad. It's hard. It's been hard. Some days are better than others. But that is what it is. I actually want to show you guys little Missy. So, in Korea, you put your dog down, and then at your vet, they do the injection and stuff. I was there with her the entire time, which was hard, but she's my baby. So, after the vet puts her down, you actually have to go somewhere else to get them cremated. At least in the US, where I am from, your vet is the one that cremates them. So I've never actually had to physically take my dog or animal to get cremated. It just happened. So I had to physically go outside of the city because I live in Seoul, like center Seoul, right near Yeouido, and I had to leave Yeouido and travel to the countryside. I was almost near Ansan, actually, between Gwangmyeong and Ansan is where we ended up. I took a private car, which was, it's the same as a taxi, a little bit more leg room, and took a private car to get her cremated. And this is what I got. This is just like the basic pot, because I actually, there's different types of urns and stuff that you can get for their cremation and stuff like that, but I decided she's not actually, I guess she is cremated, but she's not actually ashes, because, and well, you guys can't, maybe I'll put a video in of it. Korea, I don't know if this is distinctly Korea, but definitely something that you can get done here. You can get them made into rocks. So this is actually my dog, which makes me feel a little bit better, because I'm thinking I'm gonna make jewelry, or maybe some sort of like a thing, like hang it up on the wall. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with her. But I got 14 like different, because you can see they're all like different colors. So like this one's like a brown color, right? This one's like white, and it's actually just her. They like compress it down to the point that it forms rocks. So I am technically touching my dog, which is a bit macabre and a bit morbid, but it also makes me feel really good. So I did that, And yeah, it definitely sucks. Being without her sucks. I hate it. She's my baby. And she's not here. You can hear the cat. He's still here. So that's good. But yeah, my baby girl is gone. She's not suffering, which she was. Like, literally, that last night, I didn't sleep. Because all she wanted to do was sleep. But every time she fell asleep, her heart would basically stop. And she would wake up and then panic. And it just was really hard for her. And that's not a life. You know, while it hurts me, while I am hurting, I know at the end of the day that I did the right thing. It just sucks, you know? But I have her. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.